Yeah, good problem to have, obviously, trying to figure out how we can get a second ball on the field, not just for them two, but, for a lot of the guys. So, again, it's still a work in progress. We're still in September. We're 2 weeks into this thing. There was some great stuff that I thought we did as an offense, and there's a lot of stuff that we can learn from and be better from. So, not just those two, but us collectively.
Coach, how important is it for you guys to start fast?
Yeah, it's huge, and it's every week. I mean, sometimes you kick a field goal in the first quarter, and you think like you screwed the defense for the rest of the game, right? Because you get down there and you need 6 every single time. That's got to be the mindset. And inevitably, you're not going to get in there every single time, but that has to be the mindset. Because when you kick field goals in this league, more times than not, you do get beat. But to your point, I mean, starting fast is huge. I thought, last week getting that on the 4th down, it was a great. I don't want to call it an individual effort because there was a lot of guys on that did their job right there. But for Puka to, basically kind of be stopped in the backfield and make that a 45-yard run to your question, to start fast was big.
About Blake Corum seemed to step up, take advantage of his opportunity. What do you want to see from him going forward?
Yeah, just continue to be Blake Corum and just get better and better every single week. I thought, to your point, I think he went in there and flashed some stuff that we all know, and more importantly, his teammates know he's very much capable of, and so, he'll just get more and more opportunities in terms of just, hey, we're playing another opponent this Sunday. And obviously we know we don't want any back out there 100% of the time. So he'll get his touches, some way, some form, and, he definitely made the most of them last week.
The offense got quite a few explosive runs this past week. What did you see that made that possible, and how do you, continue to do that throughout the season?
Yeah, I think there was just as the game went on, I thought our guys really just kind of kept leaning on them a little bit more. It was a hot day out there, and sometimes you get stringed together a little bit of a drive that takes a little bit of a toll on a D-line. That's a very, very good defensive front and very good defense that we played last week. So, I thought it was just kind of one of those things as we kind of got in a little bit of a groove there in the second half, had our spots in the first half, but really played the ball that we feel like we're capable of. That's where I think you saw those explosive runs come to fruition.
Despite everything they've accomplished as a unit, that Eagles secondary is still pretty young overall. Like, how have you seen them develop from January to now?
Yeah, I mean, I thought in January, it's like, seriously, these two are rookies, because they're studs. And obviously they brought in Adoree, so, with losing Slay and stuff. So there's been a little bit of, shuffle there and then at safety as well. But not to be confused with not really, really good. It's a really good secondary. Our guys know that. They're a problem for most NFL teams. They're a problem for us. We got to be on our P's and Q's in both phases of the game because they'll expose you. They expose bad football across their 11 with their D coordinator, but their DBs especially. If you don't run good routes, crisp routes, they'll expose you.
How would you describe the challenge of game planning and going up against the Vic Fangio defense?
Ready for him to hang it up. He's a stud. I said it last year. I don't remember exactly what I said, but it's no disrespect to anyone else that we've gone against from a coordinator perspective over the years. But I mean, he's the most consistent. His defenses are always the best or one of the best, and he evolves with the times. It feels like he's always one step ahead of most offenses. It's a problem, and he's got good players with it. So it was a very smart move by Nick to bring him in. And I think you see it come to life on tape.